For centuries, religious and theological discussions have revolved around Satan and the devil. Many assume these names refer to the same entity, but is that truly the case? In this video, we will explore historical, biblical, and cultural perspectives to determine whether Satan and the devil are the same being or distinct figures. The origin of Satan. The name Satan originates from the Hebrew word shaitan, meaning adversary or accuser. In the Old Testament, Satan is not necessarily a single specific being, but rather a term used for various adversarial figures. For instance, in the book of Job, Satan appears as a member of God's divine council, acting as a prosecutor against humanity. The origin of the devil. The term devil comes from the Greek word diabolos, meaning slanderer or accuser. It is primarily found in the New Testament and is closely associated with Christian depictions of evil. The devil is often presented as the chief antagonist of God, ruling over hell and deceiving humanity. Satan in the Old Testament. In the Hebrew Bible, Satan does not appear as a singular, all-evil being. Instead, the term refers to various figures, including angelic and human adversaries. Notably, in Job, Satan tests Job's faith with God's permission, which contrasts with later Christian portrayals of Satan as an outright enemy of God. The devil in the New Testament. By the time of the New Testament, a more developed concept of an ultimate evil figure had emerged. The devil is often equated with Satan, particularly in texts such as Matthew 4:1-11, where Jesus is tempted by the devil, also called Satan. This fusion suggests that early Christians saw Satan as synonymous with the devil. The role of Lucifer is another name often confused with Satan and the devil. The name comes from Isaiah 14:12, which refers to the morning star, who falls from heaven. Many later traditions associate Lucifer with Satan's fall, but the original context likely referred to the Babylonian king's downfall. Early Christian interpretations. Early Christian theologians, such as Augustine and Origen, helped shape the view that Satan and the devil are the same being. They linked Satan's role as a tempter and deceiver with the devil's characteristics, reinforcing the idea of a single, ultimate adversary. Medieval and Renaissance views. During the Middle Ages and Renaissance, literature and art further solidified the notion that Satan and the devil were one entity. Figures like Dante's Inferno and Milton's Paradise Lost depicted Satan as the fallen angel who rules hell, aligning him closely with the devil. Demonology and folklore. Demonology, which flourished in medieval and early modern Europe, often blurred the distinctions between Satan, the devil, and other demonic figures. While some traditions differentiated between them, mainstream Christianity largely treated them as the same being. Theological perspectives. Different religious traditions offer varying perspectives. Catholicism, Protestantism, and Orthodox Christianity generally equate Satan with the devil. However, some esoteric and Gnostic traditions see them as distinct forces or manifestations of evil. Judaism and Satan. Jewish tradition does not typically depict Satan as the absolute embodiment of evil. Instead, he is often seen as an accuser or tester, rather than an independent ruler of hell. This contrasts with the Christian devil, who is viewed as a fully evil being. Modern pop culture. In contemporary culture, Satan and the devil are almost always treated as the same. Movies, books, and television portray them interchangeably, reinforcing the idea that they are identical figures. The role of hell. Christian theology often places the devil as the ruler of hell. However, Biblical texts do not explicitly support this idea. In some interpretations, Satan and the devil will be cast into hell at the end of time, rather than ruling it eternally. Alternate interpretations. Some alternative religious and spiritual beliefs interpret Satan as a force of rebellion or enlightenment rather than evil. Groups such as the Church of Satan view him symbolically rather than as a literal being. Are they the same? While many traditions equate Satan with the devil, historical and theological evidence shows variations in how they are portrayed. The evolution of the terms suggests that they were not always considered identical, but became merged over time in Christian thought. Conclusion: ultimately, whether Satan and the devil are the same being depends on one's religious, historical, and cultural perspective. While mainstream Christianity sees them as one, earlier traditions and other faiths provide more nuanced distinctions. The debate continues, reflecting the complexity of religious thought throughout history. What do you think? Are Satan and the devil the same, or are they different? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. May God bless you. Amen.